The claim that India didn't have any evidence to attack Pakistan isn't just an excuse thrown around by Modi's critics. In fact, India admitted it themselves.
It needs to provide the evidence that the Pakistan government
Well, the evidence has always been
was complicit,
provided,
which it hasn't provided yet in the last 2 weeks.
It doesn't matter.
Based on this flimsy accusation, India, a nuclear power, started launching a major missile attack on civilian areas in Pakistan, another nuclear power. And now, both are exchanging fire, with the escalation already reaching occupied Jammu and Kashmir. So, how did this all even start? On April 22nd, several Indian tourists were killed in an attack in Pahalgam, in Indian-occupied Kashmir. Without even a thorough investigation, India was quick to blame Pakistan. However, even outlets like the BBC refuted these claims, saying that they weren't authentic. The Indian media, increasingly functioning as an extension of the Hindu nationalist regime, wasn't asking questions to spread truth, but rather to spark rage. Their goal was to justify the ongoing oppression of Kashmiri and Indian Muslims. In the days that followed, more than 1,500 Kashmiris were detained. Hate speech surged, and Kashmiri students all across India were threatened and even assaulted. Indian influencers began to storm Kashmiri streets and shops. They trapped Kashmiris and publicly humiliated them, demanding loyalty declarations on camera. Additionally, India suspended the Indus Water Treaties, one of the last fragile threads binding India and Pakistan in cooperation. Then, on May 6th, India launched an airstrike on Pakistan, claiming it was aiming for military targets, but hitting civilian areas, i.e. the Israel approach. Now both parties are exchanging fire across the ceasefire line. Residents in Indian-occupied Kashmir have reported several major explosions in Jammu, and the entire city has been thrown into a complete blackout. We're standing on the edge of something far more dangerous. Two nuclear-armed nations are exchanging fire, and yet again, Kashmiris are caught in the middle. And unless the Kashmiris are given their promised right to self-determination, there will never be true peace. There will only be more violence, more illusion, and band-aid solutions that don't treat the deeper issues. So ask yourself, how many more tragedies must we see unfold before us, before we see what's really happening? How long before silence becomes complicity? I'd say it already is. If we care about genuine peace, then it must begin with truth, justice, and the right of all people to live without fear. As the news continues to evolve, we will keep you updated. Until then, free Kashmir.